First YouTube video. Good morning, America. It's currently 5 a.m. on the East Coast. I've been playing Wolcen online. So the Lords of Maintenance did get their servers back up. I think that's a really funny joke Quinn69's been making on Twitch. I have been enjoying this game. It's pretty fun. As you can see, I got my character here. I am playing kind of a spin to win build right now with Bladestorm, Bleeding Edge, Sovereign Shout, and Wings of Ishmir. I am waiting for this Demetra lady or a drop for an interact that has a to replace this Phantom Blades that is just really holding a spot. I'm looking for an interact that drops kind of an aura that increases the rend damage from the Bleeding Edge. So we're waiting on that to kind of complete the skill set, but that's what we got going so far. Gear is kind of a mix of heavy and bruiser. You know, it's just kind of health, resistance, score, damage, you know, anything we can get at this point since we're just leveling. I am level 11 so far. This is kind of what I had. I've really kind of been stacking into ferocity with some toughness and wisdom. We want this attack critical chance. We also want the health, and then we also want the ailment chance score as well for the bleeds from rend. And then if we look at the passive tree, which is very Path of Exile-esque, but kind of cool because you can spin the different circles around to have the layout that you want. That's pretty neat. I'm also like able to just spin them so I'm better oriented into which direction I want to go. Like the second one, the second here, you know, bringing the Warmonger around, it was like down over here somewhere, and I just spun it up to meet up with the soldier section here, because we're going to build into this so that we get this Blood Reaper, the Manic Slaughter, and then I can't remember where I had planned to build up here. It might have been into this Arms Maester, or I can't really remember which direction I wanted to go with the third wheel, but we'll get to that in a later video. So right now we're just running down to the Smuggler's Path. We've pretty much finished half of the first act.
Just my luck.
So I played in offline mode while these servers were down for most of the weekend, and I did get through the first act, so I have seen all this before. I will be going kind of fast through it. I don't really plan on explaining too much.
The descent begins.
So it's really, you're able to like click and move, or just hold and move. As you can see, the whirlwind is pretty OP once you get everything set up. I'm picking up everything that's blue right now, and rare, just because gold is a legitimate need right now.
It's not possible.
We definitely need the gold. Alright, let's go kill these rares over here. Shout for rage. Jump in. Give them the bleed. Spin to win, maybe. Let's go back over here. Nope, almost dead. Make sure we check all these chests. Like there's a rare Spalder that, you know, could come in handy. So that's a fun little thing that the game does. It'll sometimes randomly just drop mobs kind of where you're running. That keeps things interesting for sure. There is like some weird like click issues. Like obviously I'm clicking all over this mob and I can't hit it. But if I hit a skill, it kills it pretty quickly. You will randomly on the map see these green icons, and they have kind of like side maps inside of the maps, which is pretty neat. You're able to do those. They have gear. But I've pretty much been skipping and just playing the storyline so far. So I'm probably gonna send this video up to YouTube. It's been like my first like real YouTube video. I do have some clips on there from when I played Xbox, when I played Battlefield 1. But I haven't really done anything with a YouTube channel before, and I think that would be pretty neat. Oh, look, level 12. So, real quick, just so everyone can see it, like, so now we've got a skill point, so we're going to build further up into the Warmonger tree here. And something's killing me. You gotta make sure you confirm your points before you leave. This random guy we forgot decided he wanted to come get a taste of me. So I'm just gonna throw these 10 points. You get 10 attribute points every time you level. It's pretty good. Dang, I just looked at my camera and realized how dark my face was. I need to get a light for behind my computer. So I dump everything into ferocity pretty often. Every now and then I'll throw a random couple of points into toughness or wisdom. I definitely have been watching YouTube videos and kind of looking at some guides just so that I can kind of get a better idea of how this works. I did not play this game at all in beta. So I was not familiar with the game at all until I purchased it. So also when you skill level up, so your skills level up, you get these plus signs down here on your skill bar. That means you have like a new like attribute you're able to add to the skill, which is pretty neat. You're able to like kind of customize them to work how you want. So the thing that popped up for a brief second right there is kind of interesting. You'll find them randomly throughout the map. They spawn mobs until you kill it. So if you wanted to farm mobs, you could absolutely like leave it alone, and I guess it would spawn some mobs for you. But I don't know how long that would last, or if it goes away after a while. I just know I try to kill them as quickly as possible right now, so I don't get my ass kicked. Random snakes, so then if we defeat this we gain a buff. So I've got to look through the UI and see if there's a way to turn buffs on to see which buffs you have, because currently they don't show. I know I have one because my character has this white circle thing going on around it right now. So let's look at our skills real quick. So like Blade Storm leveled up. I don't know why it's showing me the tooltips again. I looked at all of them already. So you get points every time, like almost every time this levels up. So right now we have 2, so we can pick 2 of these single point skills, or we can take this one away and get the 2-point skill. I really like this directional wave after casting and damaging enemies. It comes in handy for a little while, at least until we get to 17 with this skill where you can just hold the button and it spins its win as long as you hold the button. What else do we have? We've got our shout. We get grants temporary block chance buff. But right now I'm really enjoying the 10% to all resistance score. It's kind of extra when fighting bosses or harder mobs.
Soul magic.
So this is kind of like the waypoint system like you would find in Path of Exile. Very similar. You're able to kind of go, you know, either back to the city or wherever you're progressing or wherever you've been on the map. Not every section has one. Like Green Bluffs didn't have one. The Severe Cave Network 2 didn't have one. And like Smuggler's Path, where we just came from, didn't have one, but the Urhan Necropolis one does, and we'll go all the way to the second one, and I think it also has one. if you're not a fan of spiders, this game might not be for you because there's a lot of spiders in this game. I think they're kind of cool.
Turning back now.
They kind of give you a slow buff, which is kind of neat. I don't know why I shouted right there. There's really not really any mobs that are worthwhile. But you saw that extra like wave that came out after I used Spindling. It's kind of cool. It kind of gives you just kind of some extra range.
This is the tail end of the unholy procession that went through here. The cult of the sleeper has
That's
much
pretty
to
neat.
answer for.
I don't know how to control the direction though. I think it might be just the direction you spin in. So here we have kind of a rare mob. Dropped a nice gem, and that's about it. It's actually got some pretty good range on it. This map actually has a bunch of side maps in it, which is interesting. They're kind of random. Some maps won't have any, some maps will have a bunch. I've only done a couple just to kind of see what they were. If you're wondering what that roll is, you have like these stamina nodes here, and if you press space, you kind of roll away. It's good for avoiding like boss mechanics and just kind of pure mobility. So the red skull on the map means there's like a harder mob here somewhere. I want to make sure we get a bleed on him. It wasn't that bad. Those things in my original build, I was playing mage and in the offline mode, and those things were dominating me. They were really hard to stay away from because they have like a phase shift, and they were not fun. Definitely make sure you pick up all the gems as you go, because they definitely might come in handy later on as you find gear that has gem slots on it. So like if we look at the inventory, like my axe has a gem slot on it that I haven't put in yet, and it's an offensive 3, and gems have 9 attributes pretty much, and depending on what the socketed or what the socket wants. So like this one is offensive 3, and this gem is actually pretty good for offensive 3 because the bleed ailment damage increases by 4%, and that will really affect the bleeding edge and any bleeds we're able to put onto mobs as we fight them. There we go. So my shout. And also, like, if you click on a mob every so often at range, your character will like dash towards him.
Sulfur smell. Soul spawn. There's a fully-fledged demon down there.
The story is actually pretty good too if you're interested in just like a good story in a game. This is also a good game for you. And you can actually play in a story mode that makes the game a little bit easier. So if you're not as like the kind of gamer who's really like looking for a hard challenge and you're just looking for a nice story, you can get that with this game.
That might do it.
These two together really hurt. So this guy like shoots things that freezes you, and then this guy just hits you really hard. So at this part of the map, we have to go up here to kind of create the walkway that will allow us to continue on through the map. So
my endurance is waning.
Come up here and click these guys. Man, how that bleeding edge did not hit that guy at all. It was really kind of awkward. So now we have to go to the other side of where this circle is and do pretty much the same thing. So there's definitely going to be some spoilers in this. I probably should have said that at the beginning if you're not interested in seeing a spoiler. This video might not be for you, but we're like to the point where I'm about to stop the recording because we're almost to 20 minutes, and I know that like typically when I watch YouTube, I'm not watching a video that's super long unless it's something I'm really interested in, and also it's my first video, so I think, you know, around this point's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here, and we will continue on in the next video. As you can see, the walkway kind of opened up here, and now we're able to continue. So alright, so I'm Kirk Nasty. Thanks for watching my first YouTube video. If you made it this far, great. I really appreciate it. Drop me a follow, give me a like. I also stream on Twitch every now and then. It's twitch.tv/KirkNasty. Alright, you guys have a great day. Bye.